thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
What's up, everyone? Episode 529 of the Massenomics podcast, the lifting podcast about nothing, recorded live from the corners of the Dakotas, at least 2 of the 4. That's 50%. It's like I always say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. My name's Tanner. That's also a thing that I say once a week.
And my name's Tommy.
Episode 529, episode 29 of season 2 of the Massenomics podcast. And it is going to be a Q&A episode. You have submitted your questions to us. By looking at them here briefly, I'm not sure that we're even going to get to all of them. They have not been pre-vetted. So we
didn't have anyone screening these things?
Yeah, so we may just ditch some that aren't good. When we get to the 7th F Mary Kill question, we'll ditch that. We're going to get rid of the 19th FMK question in the
We'll
Q&A.
do 18 of them. We draw the line at doing 19 of them.
Yes. Okay, and this week's episode is also brought to you by our friends over at Barefoot Shoes. Yes, that's barefoot, like the grizzly bear. Grrr. They've got the all-American barefoot boots. It's the Bruin. It's a rugged barefoot boot built for durability and natural movement, combining a wide natural shape with strong construction for dependable performance wherever you put it to work. That's the Bruin. I'm a fan of the Bruin. I'm a user of the Bruin. I don't have the flops yet. The Bear flops, Bear Dash flops, have a wide natural shape also that allows your feet to move freely. Made with premium materials right here in America. You can get summer ready in the Barefoot flops. Use discount code Massenomics, whether you're buying flop shoes or the boots. They'll save you 10% on every order. Thank you, Barefoot.
This episode is also brought to you by the Strength Co. The Strength Co makes our favorite plates for Massenomics Gym and Tommy's home gym. Why are their plates our favorite? Well, there's several reasons, and they're all good reasons. They're made in America. They're E-coated, black E-coated. They're smooth yet easy to grip. They're made to last a lifetime. They also look great in your gym. Also, they're pretty damn accurate. Also, we really like everything they're doing over there at the Strength Co. Just a few of the reasons why these are our favorite plates. If you haven't seen them in person, do yourself a favor. Buy yourself a pair of 45s today. Once you have one set, you're probably going to want another and another and another. That's what's happened to me, at least, and I think that's what's happened to Tanner too as time has gone on. Check them out, thestrength.co. Pick yourself up some plates today. Thank you, Strength Co.
Tommy, you still an enthusiast this week, or what's your enthusiast status? You haven't been stripped of your enthusiast badge?
I don't know if I have it in me to just be an enthusiast in and out. Like, that's a different breed of person, and I'm pretty weak-spirited, weak-willed over here, and if there's one thing I can't do, it's just keep the momentum up, so I'm probably not really a true enthusiast.
You're
at
not
the end
cut
of the
out
day.
for the enthusiast lifestyle.
I'm probably not actually cut out for that world. I only lift and make podcasts and do YouTube videos weekly and like make merchandise and that stuff. I'm not an enthusiast.
You mean
I just
like
do all that other stuff
constantly, basically?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
For like 12 years, nonstop, every single week.
Yeah. I only do those things. I'm not really an enthusiast.
And like we have multi-hour long conversations about that stuff every single day.
Yeah. But besides that, I'm not.
And like how we can build the community around it.
Yeah. But besides that though,
right.
And also, like there's this Gym Radar thing, but not counting that either. And like okay. So we were just in Chicago and Wisconsin for 2 days and did 10 home gym tours. Not counting that either. Not counting that.
Right.
And like we're okay. There's also like this powerlifting strongman meet thing. We're not counting that either. That doesn't count in the
where like
enthusiast
175 competitors are all come
from like 40 different states and multiple countries. Yes, we're not counting that either. That doesn't count either.
Right.
We also, we got a home gym con booth 2 weeks after that. We're not going to count that either. That does not count for Enthusiasm.
Right.
One of us may or may not even compete in that meet, but that also does not count
Right.
for Enthusiasm in any way. I think we also have some plans for potentially some equipment reviews coming up to mix in with our existing gym tours, but we're not going to count that won't count either. So if you don't count any of those things, which you shouldn't, then yeah, we're not that enthusiastic. Actually.
Well, there's also like a new completely additional YouTube video on the Gym Radar page that we're posting.
Oh yeah. We actually added one more weekly video. Yes, we added an interview video. Yes, because doing 2 videos on YouTube a week wasn't enough. We do 3, but yeah, we're not going to count 3 videos on YouTube a week either. That doesn't, in addition to a 2-hour podcast, we're not going to count that.
Right.
And also, yeah, we do work. Okay, we work regular jobs too, besides doing all that stuff. So
that
that's kind of where you got us.
Then, yeah,
like because we're not hard enough into it to just do just this. But so yeah, we do other things too. So.
Well, and it's probably not even worth mentioning, but there is also the 7,000 plus posts on Instagram, 2 a day.
Well, yeah, we don't count 2 posts a day on Instagram. That doesn't count either. That's not enthusiastic either. No, we don't count that. That doesn't count.
Okay. Well, with that out of the...
Once you get all that out of the way, it's pretty easy to see that we're not enthusiasts about any of this. Like, we're not really that into
right,
this
if
at
you
all.
don't, like, all that stuff aside...
Yeah.
What are we?
Yeah, you take all that away. What are we? I don't, I guess they do nothing. If you just you look past that, you realize there's nothing else there.
Yes. The line in the sand to become a supporting member is today. So actually, if you're a live listener, you're already a supporting member. This is irrelevant. So the sentences I'm saying just don't make any sense to anyone at this point, because as this comes out, when it's released to the public as the recording, it's already too late. So you missed out. You didn't become a supporting member fast enough, but you can still sign up, and that way you're a supporting member for the next group. Because this wasn't even the only thing this year.
Now is the safest time to sign up, because you're just ahead of the game for the next time.
Right.
Which a lot of people actually do that. They realize they've made a fatal mistake. They try to right their wrongs by just signing up right now. Then they don't have to work. They just set it and forget it is what it is.
Yeah. So what that means is that the wheels in motion of the crew gift are in motion. They are turning, and it will be some amount of time here, and then they'll go out. So just depends on the labor force of how fast we can get a whole bunch of these.
Labor.
Well, we have all the
labor
stuff.
issues.
Just need to make it happen now at this point.
There's a lot of stuff that has to get put together.
Got all the addresses and all the people, so that will be coming here at some point in time, though. And then the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic Virtual Meet. The deadline we put out is May 23rd. So if you're listening live, you could still get signed up for that. So that's this weekend. If you're listening after this is published, you're actually too late. We close the sign up period unless we left it open for like an extra day or 2. I don't know if we can do that or not. We'd have to ask our bosses if that's even something that could happen. So, but there is 165 people signed up right now, which is a pretty cool. It'd be great if it could somehow get to 200. I don't know that that's possible, but it doesn't also mean anything other than it's fun to get there.
I thought 100 was just not even possible when we did this, but here we are.
We're at almost as many people as are coming to lift in person.
Actually, that's pretty crazy to think about. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if you, we've talked about this several weeks, but you pay $50, which gets you the event shirt and the event magnet, and then you get to submit your lifts to us. The submission period is between July 6th, July 12th. It's a squat, bench, deadlift. We pool your total, and then we're giving away a bunch of Massenomics gift cards and that sort of thing that is not determined necessarily on performance. You have to submit a performance, and then that gets you in the drawing to win something. Okay. Is that enough announcements for now?
Probably.
Okay. What about the new drop? Do we want to talk about the new drop right now?
Oh, just wait. Whoa. Whoa.
Did you forget to hit?
No, my board. It's not happy with me.
Oh. Well, that's not what you want to see.
I mean, we're good because it's recorded through
Right.
other stuff, other
Right.
means, but
Must be a loose connection.
well, you do this long enough, you're bound to get something new
Yep.
to happen.
Is it shut off?
No, it's just saying there's an error. That's like it's encountered an error, and then which I've never seen it say before. Kind of crazy. Out of all the places we've taken this, it's never.
Yeah. Do you need to reboot it at all or anything?
I had to reformat the cards, so I guess the
Okay.
first. We're just gonna run with this. Technical difficulties, but we should be fine.
I mean, we'll have the audio. It just the up until right now, the audio might potentially sound a little different, or it will for sure. If you had to format it, like that won't be there, right?
Yeah, but it'll have I'll have it on your end.
Right. Right.
So we'll
but the
have
audio,
something. We'll have
the audio
something.
now sounds better all of a sudden.
It should hopefully sound a little better. Actually, maybe it just sounds great the whole time. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Should we do some Q&A in?
Yes. Wow, we're actually hopping right into this right now.
Yeah. Got a lot of other stuff. I got sack segments and all kinds of things, but let's just let's quit beating around the bush and get to a couple questions. Oh, there's a lot of them here. Okay. From Big Keith, least fun, most fun, living in South Dakota.
Oh man. This is tricky now.
It's a good question.
That is actually a good question. Where I say this gets tricky is I feel like maybe I don't know if my perspective on this changes as I get older. If my answers are different now than they would be 10 years ago. I don't know. Maybe the least. It's kind of what makes it South Dakota, but maybe the least fun is how kind of isolated you can be from the rest of the world.
That's for sure what some people would say. That's why people don't live here.
Right. Well, and that's also why some people do live here.
I know. That's what I was going to say. That's kind of like why I like living here, but I know that's a majority of people would say that's why they wouldn't live here because they don't like that. And that's where I'm like, well, that's like possibly my most fun category, and
it's what actually makes this really, you just get so used to just everything is 3 to 7, 9, 10, 12 hours away that when we get out east and it's like, oh, there's a major city like every hour, like the farther you get out, it's just like,
they're all like an hour away from each
everything.
other.
It's like even, just the trip we did, Wisconsin.
Even once you get to like Michigan, Ohio, and
once you're over there, Chicago to
Illinois.
Detroit was like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, they're all right next to each other.
Chicago
Is what it
to
feels
Madison
like,
was
actually.
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, this is nothing. This is
Yeah.
like you and I live 3 hours apart and that doesn't feel that far. And then like here, it's like actual major cities are just like right down the road from each other. So I don't know, like that can be an annoying part depending on how you live your life and what you have going on. But most fun, I don't know if you had to say like really big grand things, like really big high level things. Maybe the most fun about South Dakota, one of the most fun things is you kind of know someone everywhere you go. Like it's just the way, like you always know someone. Like, and some people hate that part of it. But
yeah,
I mean, I can pull into Aberdeen and I can almost guarantee you the first gas station I go in, I will know at least one person in there, maybe multiple people. I mean, that's not even saying like the bars. Like if you go to any bar, I'm going to know 15 to 20, 30 people in it. Same thing here in town, though. It's very rare for me to leave the house, go to a place, and just not randomly run into someone. And this is a city of 200,000 people,
Yeah.
So like South Dakota, it's small in that way. And that can make it fun. I don't know. Summer in South Dakota is pretty nice. Like summer's cool.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in a city that has a lake nearby. Midwest lake days are really tough to beat. I don't know. I said a lot of things there, I guess.
That all checks out, I think. I'll just say the least fun to me is the harshest part of winter. If that could just go away, I'd be totally. I like the 4 seasons.
I do too. I like 4 seasons.
But I could
too.
just, the least fun is the harshest part of every winter where it's like,
there's about 2 weeks
uninhabitable.
Yep.
Where I'm like, yeah, that's why that's a huge reason why people also don't live here, because it's kind of insane, like how cold and miserable it is.
It's not
for
just
a period
cold.
of time.
It's like you might go 2 weeks without 2+ weeks without seeing the sun or temperatures above zero. And you're like, oh no, like I haven't been able to leave the house because it's too dangerous to go outside to do anything.
Yeah. That to me, I think is the least fun. I could like during that week or two every year when it's because we always get it. It comes eventually. And every time I'm like, yeah, this is why people don't live here. Because like that happened once and they're like, yep, we're going to keep going. Like, we're not stopping here.
It is. Yeah, that part sucks. That part's rough.
Okay. What's next for Gym Radar if you can give anything away? Well, we talked about that in the pre-show, actually.
Let's see. Well, so this will come
this
out
week. There's something big coming out, actually.
Yes, actually.
We'll have a formal announcement of it at just within a couple days from this episode coming out.
Yeah, so this episode comes out on like Monday-ish. Either Tuesday or Wednesday. There will be our biggest feature release on Gym Radar since we have released the site. So if you're a Gym Radar user, make sure you're getting on there Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll be obvious what's going on if you're a user.
Yeah.
If you get on there and you're like, nothing's changed, well, then it hasn't happened yet. So just stay tuned. It will be there. If you're not a Gym Radar user, man, this is a great time to get in on the action because there's going to be a lot happening.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that probably quite a bit next week.
Actually, yes, we will.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what we do have a drop that already, by the time this comes out, it already dropped. And you're wearing something over there, aren't you?
Oh, we'll get to this one later. Just
okay.
You want me to grab the other ones?
I think so. We got a few live listeners that are going to get a sneak peek. Everyone that's a live listener, just keep it to ourselves. Nothing from the pre-show exits the pre-show. Also the live recording. Don't let anyone in on what they're missing here by not coming to the live recording.
Okay. So back, I actually shouldn't even really say back by popular demand because this is new, but we haven't had this item in many, many years. Do we remember the last time we had this item?
I think it's been 2 or 3. I think it's probably been 3 seasons. So I'm thinking 2023 or 2022, maybe.
That sounds about right.
I think the last time might have been when we took pictures in my backyard with like
was
your
that
brother.
The last time though? Was it?
There might have been one more year after
maybe one
that.
more. But yeah, I do remember that one was a long
I think there
time
was
ago.
1 year after that. And there's like a picture of you with my dog.
Yeah.
And
Ryan's
I'm
back
like,
there.
my dog looks many years younger.
Yeah,
Anthony might have been the following year.
Yeah, that was when we did the kind of fit, kind of fat tank.
Yeah,
top,
that was I think that was the last one we ever did.
So what we are getting at is tank top season is back, baby. And here we go. I'm going to hold up one
back
for the
with a
camera here.
vengeance. Back and better than ever. Tommy's holding up the Massenomics lifting department tank.
These are comfort color tanks, and they're nice. These are really nice. This is probably the best fitting tank for me, at least, that we've ever had. So that's one. We have a lifting department tank, and we also have a Silly Goose barbell club tank. I'm going to hold it up now.
So the lifting department was like ice blue or some kind of blue. I can't remember the name. And the lifting department is what's that one called? Or the Silly Goose one.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know what the color is. It's kind of like a seafoam green sort of.
Yeah, that's
like
what it's called. That is what it's called.
Is it seafoam? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both look really good. I think they're good summery colors. And I tried both these on for the first time today. And actually, Big Brandon's asking, are the comfort color tanks oversized? I'd say they fit very similar to the tees as far as length goes. I don't know. Maybe the body's a little more boxy.
It's hard to say when there's
too.
No sleeves and stuff.
Yeah,
too.
it is. I mean, it's not where I haven't liked the tanks in the past is they're maybe a touch short and like a touch skinny or slim through the body. These are just a more relaxed fit to me.
Yeah.
These are an extra large. I guess if you like your tanks more fitted, you could size down. But I figured by the time I wash these, they're going to be about perfect.
And Big Matt in the Hat wants to know if they could get them with the sleeves cut off. And yes, for an extra charge, we would custom cut the sleeves off of the tank tops for everyone.
Yes, that can be managed.
Yes, it is comfort colors. Dakota cut. Yeah, that's one sleeve cut off. Which when we were with Finn and Karen, we talked about the Dakota cut.
We were requesting live Dakota cuts.
Yeah. There is a sign. Should
I hold it up?
Metal.
I got a picture.
Yeah, okay. You've got the sign.
Okay, this is really good.
So you have the sign with you?
Well, no, I have a photo.
I've got a sign.
Oh, you actually have? Oh, yeah, I suppose, yes.
I mean, I've got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, they just got done, so mine hasn't
I'm
arrived
in the
in the mail
fulfillment
yet.
center.
But we figured it'd been a long time since we'd released any wall decor that wasn't a flag or a banner. And we always really liked the caution drink spotter sign. You had to been around a long time to know what that was. That was like in 2021 or something. We always really liked that sign. We wanted something a little smaller, that
It's
people
like a polymetal sign.
yeah, it's really nice, really good quality.
Very, very nice. Like you will not be disappointed in the quality for sure. But what the heck's on this thing?
This is the official Enthusiast leg extension sign. It says, if your legs ain't extending, then you're just pretending. And we have the official sign to show it off. It also has some little subtext on it saying, if I can't sit on my ass, I'm going to pass. And if it's seated, it's undefeated. And this sign measures 10 inches wide by 14 tall. It looks good, man. That's a sweet sign.
My head for reference. Yeah, it's
And
perfect size.
it's like a, what is it, like an 1/8 inch thick metal?
Yeah, maybe. Can you see the profile? Does that come across?
Might even be a
video?
1/4 of an inch, maybe.
Yeah, it's I got a
Substantial.
ruler right here. Let's put this to bed finally. How thick is this sign? We don't want people running around accusing us of not being sign thickness enthusiasts. I'd give it it's an 1/8.
1/8 of an inch. All right.
Yeah, it's a solid 1/8. Yeah, it's actually. I don't want to go on record as a solid 1/8. It's approximately an 1/8.
Must
3/16 or better.
Must be metric.
Yeah.
But the sign is sweet. It's, I don't know, with everything going on, with felt loads and leg extensions.
If it's not 11 gauge, home gym Discord just can't.
yeah, exactly. This lets people know what side of the fence you're on the debate as far as how leg extensions and seated exercises work. So display these things proudly in your gym.
I've got mine hanging behind the leg extension leg curl already.
There's going to be someone that walks in the gym someday and is like, what the hell is this about?
Big Alex wants to know if it's dishwasher safe. Classic Massenomics deep cut reference. I would say absolutely yes. You could dishwasher it. I don't think it's going to hurt. You can't hurt this thing. And then what's the final the cherry on top?
The final piece, also after 2 years now, roughly?
Yeah, I think 2 years.
We have the sequel, part 2 of the unpaid and underrated t-shirt. I'm wearing it right now, designed by none other than. Do we want to give the
I think
the
we can give the
scenes?
details.
Is it safe to do that?
I think we can.
Designed by none other than Big Joey's wife. So this is imported from our neighbors to the south in Canada.
Yep.
She's made this beautiful U and U monogram, hand lettering. We got some like a flowery flourish design. There's some really cool lettering around it. And then that's the front center chest. And then the back. Oh, I'm talking to the YouTube camera. People on the other camera aren't seeing me, but. And then on the back, we have, this is really tricky to talk and also show off the back of this, but it has the full, Tanner, you want to give the breakdown here?
Yeah. It's got the full design, and then it's a little hard to tell maybe on video. On the YouTube video, you should see it. It's unpaid, underrated by crew, for crew, honk, honk. And then it's got the location of everyone was from that's been a guest on the podcast, I think is what all the locations are. So it's got the Canada locations, all the US locations, and then a couple of other international ones on there. Yeah. Kind of a la the concert tee almost.
Yeah, it kind of has that festival concert tee vibe to it. It turned out really good. It looks really, really good. I really like it.
Yep. Big Jeff said this is a side of Tommy I haven't seen.
Very true.
Yeah. Yeah, 70s-esque, Big G said. Yeah, color-wise, what color do you call that printing on the front?
It's sort of a teal, and then the back has like a bluish, so there's like a blue and teal look. Yeah. And this is on a Comfort Colors, black Comfort Colors blank here.
Yes, and this is limited edition on Unpaid and Underrated, of course, collaboration with our Bratty Little Sister podcast. What else about it? Anything? It looks sweet. Grab one while you can.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to be on the wrong side of history there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Question time.
Actually, you know what? I'm really thirsty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a sack segment then also.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yes. Do you have a note over there? I've got a note. I don't know if yours.
Yeah, I had a note. I misplaced
Big Tanner, if the legs ain't extending, from none other than Big Jeff, turns out he was up after his thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what do you got over there?
I have Duff a la orange sparkling beverage.
Yeah, it looks like the Duff beer from The Simpsons.
Do you have the same flavor?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm looking. There is sugar in this sucker.
Oh. I'm going to have to mark this in MacroFactor.
Wow. I mean, it's only 20 calories, but yeah, that thing's got a punch compared to drinking sparkling water, you know?
Yeah, holy cow. This really tickles the old sweet tooth.
It kind of just reminds me of just drinking like a Sunkist or what, Orange Crush or whatever. It's got that same, which is pretty damn good, actually. It's been a long time since I had one of those.
It is tasty. She's a tasty unit. Did you get any stickers with yours at all?
I did.
What'd you? I was already putting mine up in the gym.
What is it?
Today,
it's me. God, I'm blinking.
What's the one of you? So is there one of you?
Yeah, it's a Simpsons one of me.
Because mine's of me, so I don't think I got any of you. So you.
Oh,
you
what
should
the
save
hell
me
was
one
I
of the
doing?
ones
Jeff,
of
remind
you.
me. Oh,
Were
yeah,
you doing
the
the
chalk
leg extension.
The chalk.
Oh,
I'm covered
yeah.
in chalk. That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah.
My note was also about the chalk too.
You should save one for me to put on the.
Yes, I will. I have them
Smith
sitting like
machine at the
right
gym.
in my sticker pile right here. That's why I just can't. Yes. I'm glad Jeff was remembering because apparently my brain's broken.
No, this is non-alcoholic. Right?
I believe it's non-alcoholic.
If it is, otherwise we're gonna be in for a wild ride tonight.
Woo! Be like Huck Finn, one beer deep.
Max. This is from Big Andrew. What was the biggest change in your life that made training difficult? For example, marriage, kids. The biggest change that... So what was the most dramatic change that made training difficult?
For me, it was moving
most?
and kids, those two combined.
Because you kind of did it at the same time.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like my boy was 2 or 3, and like it was still. I mean, it's more challenging when you have a kid, but it gets a lot more challenging when you have 2 kids. And then when we lived in a different town, and the gym was much farther away than in Aberdeen, when it's like minutes away at any given time, and my wife's schedule also changed during that time too, so that made things a little more difficult. So yeah, for me, it was moving and kids, and that's where the home gym came from.
Yeah, I would say kids, plural. I don't know which kid exactly in the order of kids, but not when I had one. It wasn't that. It was still getting married. No, that didn't
that
make training more difficult. Having one kid, I would say even no, not that big of a deal. Somewhere along the line, I wouldn't even say it was the 4th one necessarily. At a certain point, I'm like, we kind of got the system figured out. You can throw 8 kids on, and I'm, like, the system
scales.
is the system.
It scales really
good.
good.
It scales. But somewhere around, like, I'd say 2nd or 3rd kid was like, oh, yeah. And, like, for a while, I was training super early in the mornings and stuff like that. So that made training difficult because I don't prefer to train at 5 a.m., although I can. It's just not preferable.
And I'm speaking for Tanner here. I'm speaking for myself. I think I'm also speaking for Tanner. He can tell me if I'm wrong. But when we say making training difficult, the desire never changed in any way.
Right.
It was purely a scheduling conflict is all it introduced was a scheduling conflict.
What actually, I guess the biggest change in my life that makes my training the most difficult in a different way is every time I, tear something or whatever that
Knee
injury
surgeries
is.
seem to have a lasting impact.
Those make training absolutely freaking terrible. So,
just one thing on training. This just made me think of this. The other day I was saying how my wife was talking crap about my home gym, that I'm not going big and crazy
it's not
enough.
big enough. She's like, oh, this tiny little, barely a home gym over here.
Yeah, you pathetic loser. Or even an enthusiast. She's just rubbing my face in it, I'm like, how do you know these words?
You're not
so
even an
mean.
enthusiast. Yeah.
God, you're just evil. So yesterday I had an RP 10 day for deadlift, and it was like, I think all-time PR deadlift. I was doing a set of 485, and I'm like, I'm like pulling out every hype trick in the book to get going for this, It's,
so wait, this is your deadlift set that you just,
yeah,
you did like,
I did 45 for a triple.
How much was it?
485 for a triple.
Oh yeah. I thought you said 4. I was like, I thought it was almost 500. Yeah, it was 485.
485
yes,
for a triple.
Yes.
And
Which do you think that's the most you've ever done for 3?
That's what I
It
can't.
has to be up. Do you think you've ever done 495 for 3?
If I did, it was like one time. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been for that's what I didn't keep the best track of all PRs back in the kind of Jekylls days of that. Like it's for sure a Juggernaut PR.
Right.
I've maybe done like 505 for a double, and it's the whole thing of like, well,
What's better?
right. But I think as far as triples go, I think this is my heaviest triple. I think.
Yeah.
And it felt really good. It moved really good. But I mean, it was like, I'm like getting hyped up as much as I can. You know, I'm like having to do everything, you know, really dial it in. And I got the music going. I got the garage doors open. I got the music going loud.
Yeah.
I'm like getting like some grunts going, really get myself going. And all of a sudden I got the horse stall ammonia out, and I'm just like, and I'm like in the moment, I'm just about to approach the bar. My wife opens the door and she's like, "Oh my God, what's going on out here?" Like, she never,
Like, not now.
I'm like, "Stop. I'm about to do this." That's all I can say. And I have to kind of get hyped up a little more. I do the set, I do my 3, they move good, and I walk away. And she's like, "I don't know what I just watched, but if anyone walked by, they'd be like, 'You are insane.'" And I'm like, "Well, that's just, I got to do that once in a while. It's there once in a while, you know."
Yeah. You got to go to war. You told her, listen, if I can't get it up for this one set, you might as well come out here and start throwing the dirt bucket on me now.
There's no truer words than that right there.
But that was a good. That was a good set.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So we'll just see if we can keep this momentum rolling.
What was your squat set for the week then? 455.
I think
Wasn't it 455 for a set of 5 or?
I'm already forgetting.
I think that's what it was. I shared that one on the main page. I think it was 455 for a set of 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, 455 for 5. Yes. Actually, that moved really. There is nothing that gives you the do or die feeling more than squats alone in your garage gym. I mean, even with the safety set, you know, like bench, you know, they're there to save you. Deadlift, you just let go. Yeah. But nothing gives you that. Nothing gets me amped up more than the squat day, and nothing gets the anxiety and the nerves going more than that alone squat day. I still have not missed one yet, but man, when that was going, like it really is the do or die, flight or fight. Like it's there, and I hit that one and it moved.
Well, I didn't even, but there was never like watching it.
No, well, that's what I don't want to give myself the mental out, but I do tell myself like, if this isn't moving good, you can just rack it and just count the RP where it's at.
Right.
And it's the one in my head.
Say, well, that was a 9.
Yeah. And it's the one where I get to my head, I do 4. It's like, I just think like, nope, there's no way I'm not getting 5. Like if I don't get this, like, yep, just let it take me down, but I'm getting this. And like, I got the 5th one. And it felt great. And I'm thinking, all right, squat's going pretty good too right now.
Yeah. It's going really, and your bench was 315 for 4 or something like that?
I already forgot 4 or 5. It was 315 for. This just turned into a training.
But it looked easy. Whatever it was.
315 for 4. Bench has been not. It was definitely moving better, and then it's kind of stalled out for a few weeks. And it's just
looked really good.
Yeah, it did. That was like my first good day in a while. Actually, that whole week of training went good because I put myself to bed before 11 o'clock, and I was getting mostly 8 straight uninterrupted hours of sleep. So like, if I can do that, man, it's like you got superpowers, and I just need to do that more.
Little training update.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
I've got a squat thing. If we have time later, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Remind me. If I say, what was that thing?
I want to know
it's a squat thing. But yeah, your training looked really good though.
Yeah, final strength block. Here we go.
This is from Dr. STD74. Will you consider adding a Highland Games component to the Lift Hard Live Easy 5?
Keep adding levels to this.
I would say never, but to be honest, it's really hard to do what we are doing currently, and adding a whole other competition to it is not on my radar.
I would 100%.
In a perfect world, yes.
Yeah. Like
I would say yes.
If there's nothing but time and resources available, like, yeah, there's no reason it shouldn't be a part of it. It would be great, but.
Yes. Big Tyler Thompson, Mount Rushmore of old school World's Strongest Man, Strongman events. So old school World's Strongest Man events. I would say the car flip. because of the sheer danger of it.
Yeah, bending that pipe on your head.
Oh, classic from the 70s one.
Sumo wrestling.
The refrigerator yoke.
Refrigerator
carry,
run. Yeah.
refrigerator yoke, the rebar bend, the car flip, and
Sumo wrestling.
Actually, the hang, just the hang for time over a body of water.
Yeah.
Or there's one where they do a front hold with like salamis all hanging from this
Really?
bar. Yeah.
I think I remember that one.
It's just 1 year, and it was like had something to do with the location that they were at, but
It was too good to bring it back.
sumo wrestling in there. Okay. From Colonel Barbell Club, Mount Rushmore of seated lifts. Obviously, leg extension is George Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw seated leg curls on there because it's
Are we
going to
count that
machine,
as one
so.
or two different? Because
I think
kind
it's
of a
two.
combo. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's because he said the lifts, not machines.
Okay.
So I think the seated leg curl, pec deck would be on there for me because to have
Mass
an upper
builder.
body item.
God, there's just nothing that builds the upper body like a pec deck, right?
Yeah, and then for a fourth, I don't know. I could see the yes/no machine, or
That is a good one.
or the ab crunch, or like maybe the rotary torso one where you go like
That's
this.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
Isn't there like doesn't Cybex make
Oh,
like
the
a seated...
4-way neck machine. There you go. Yeah, the 4-way neck machine. There, I like that one.
Oh man, someone talk about dream home gym builds right there.
Yeah. Didn't someone have the neck machine in
That's
their
what I
home gym
thought.
that we just toured? Did Finn have one? I think Huck Finn had one in his barn, didn't
That's
he?
what I'm trying to remember.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Why that
We didn't
machine
really
came to mind.
analyze his machines as closely as we do in some tours.
No.
So
the neck machine.
actually, yes, almost Big Jared in the Discord. He said the salami hold was the one that got Kaz mad at Webster. That's right. I've used that in a meme before because I'm like, that's where you're wrong, Webster. And like I did like
that's
when
what
Webster
that's from.
Dictionary. Yeah. Yeah.
He's mad
Because
about the salami hold.
because I'm pretty sure they judged Kaz that his arms were going down. They went down too far and they cut his time. And then Kaz wasn't happy about it. From Big Justin, what is the next big purchase for Massenomics Gym and for Tommy's home gym?
Purchase wise, it's funny. I've actually been spending some time on Gym Radar, like any real enthusiast does, checking out some smaller pieces. So there's definitely been some smaller pieces I've been putting on my wish list.
You got something on pre-order that's
But
going to revolutionize your gym.
Yes, I do got something on pre-order that's pretty big. That will be quite an addition to the gym. I wouldn't see the problem is I'm somewhat space limited. I wouldn't mind adding in some other type of leg accessory machine. Maybe something like a Squat Max MD or something just to try it out.
Yep.
Ideally, if a used one would pop up just down the road at an incredible price, and I just can't afford to not go and get it. Doesn't really happen with those machines, so I don't know. I'm not for sure. I don't have anything major on my purchase list at the moment.
I'd say the thing you have that's on pre-order is big.
That is big. Yeah, it will unlock some options that I don't have right now.
Yeah.
Like that so stay tuned for that one.
Massenomics Gym, there's always stuff. Like I don't even know. I buy so much stuff for that gym. It's hard to even keep track, to be honest. Like that's kind of the way that goes. And the big thing would be, if we're just saying wish list, it's potentially a little bit of an expansion pack. And I won't say too much about that yet, but if something was to change, it would be getting a little bit more square footage, which would unlock all kinds of possibilities.
Hell yeah.
Not saying that that's happening next month, but we've been doing some talking about it. I'll just say that.
Okay.
So there's some options there, in which case I won't even talk about that's too speculative at this point. I want to save
build
that
out
for
a
when there's
third and fourth dumbbell rack. More seated machines than the eyes could ever comprehend.
Yes. Oh, we did. Anthony called out. We did get a lot of new lockers in the entryway. There's like
Really?
several banks of lockers now. So
Like
more
how
lockers
recently?
than we have. Within a month or two ago, I would say. I don't think they were there yet when you were there.
Okay, I was
last.
going to say, unless I overlooked them completely, I don't think they were there, yeah.
Oh, this one's so.
Oh, yeah, what's the deal with the glass on the door?
Oh, yeah. Who said that?
Big Cam said new glass for the front door. I wanted to ask you about
Yeah,
this.
so this was Saturday night this week. I was sitting at home minding my own business, just about ready to probably go to bed, actually, and I got a message from one of the gym members, and it was a video of the front door, the salon door, glass door, completely shattered, like every square inch
like
of it.
the spider crack things of...
Oh, I mean, yeah, even worse than that.
Was there
it
pieces
was
missing, actually?
yeah, so I got there. Well, so I called the landlord. They were all gone out of state for like graduation, and I was like, "Well, do you want me to do something?" He's like, "Yeah, you could try taping it."
Did this person say, "Hey, I broke the door," or did they say, "I went to the gym and the
No,
door's
they
broken"?
didn't break the door. They said I was in the gym. The door was not broken. I left the gym an hour later. The door is completely shattered. So they actually pulled up the camera and they couldn't tell exactly what happened, but. Something was there was definitely a projectile that went through the door because towards about the middle of the door there's a hole completely through the glass where it all cracked from. I mean, you could poke your finger.
So it could have been like
through.
a random person like breaking shit.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty positive that
Okay.
it was.
Like
They
something
couldn't
drove
find it
by
on the
and-
camera. Yeah, they couldn't find it on the camera footage, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't a rock or a BB or a pellet or, like a bullet, I guess is example. And I got there and you could just hear like if you just sat there, you could hear the whole thing go like clicking and popping and snapping.
Really?
And there was just like, if you would move the door, the whole thing would wave like the ocean, the whole glass thing. Like I was like, I do not know how this is. So me and another guy, we completely taped, but we put tape, covered the entire every square inch of the glass and tape on both sides.
How did you were you there a long time doing this?
Yes.
Okay. But like that didn't push it out or break it out, putting that
Well,
tape
we
on?
were pretty careful about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, I was there a long time with this taping every,
Taping up the front and back of the
however many
entire door.
strips it takes to go, zzz,
Yeah.
zzz, on both sides of the door. The one guy had just left the circus, so he was maybe 3 sheets to the wind, but he survived still too. So, and it was also, you had to be very careful not to cut your hands.
Well, yeah.
Because like there's all kinds of places where the glass was, there's like 1/8 inch gaps and stuff where it wasn't just like cracked. It was,
So was there a glass
completely
on the floor
shattered.
then, I'm assuming?
yeah, a little bit. I had to do some sweeping and stuff. So
Okay. So is there a new door or?
right now there is OSB over it. So I don't think there's going to be a new door, but right now it's covered in OSB.
Wow. They should just do like what you do with walk-in coolers, where it's just like the cut strips of plastic that you just move to the side and walk through. They should
Oh yeah.
like you're walking
Like a
into
meat locker almost. Yeah.
It'd be very fitting for Massenomics. Probably not so fitting for the women's salon, but
Right. I'm holding out hope for the yellow door from the old gym.
yeah, there you go.
Almost like the bank vault door.
It's like a square.
Like the latch mechanism is
the door's like 5.5 feet by 5.5 feet.
and it's also like, I don't know, 12 inches thick somehow. Like you're not sure what it's even made out of exactly. Also, Snap Fitness Store got broke out on the same night.
Oh, did they have a glass
That
one
was,
too?
yeah, but that was a dude kicked it in
Oh,
and
really?
was like in the gym, then passed out, or like not passed out. Actually, Caden was on lead shift, and they had to take him out by force.
Oh, so
Like it was a drunk dude that was at McDonald's, or well, actually not just drunk, but it was a person.
under the influence of something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, damn. Not a good day to be a door in western
No,
Northeast
not
South Dakota.
the gym doors had a rough night.
Mm.
But it is always something. Another case of owning a gym where there is always something. Never a dull moment. Going through the back catalog, did you ever host the Massenomics seminar discussed in episode 45? Or is that just the Lift Hard, Live Easy now? I do not know what that is. That's from Big Andy. I have no idea what the Massenomics seminar we discussed in episode 45 would have been.
I have no idea either.
So yes, we'll say that is the Lift Hard, Live Easy now.
Maybe there's
Keith
a
asks
live
if
listener.
Massenomics Gym will get their name on the new door. No, we will not. No.
Keeping it low key.
Yep. From Big Tommy Schneider, do you see the podcast and YouTube channel growing to a point it becomes 100% full time? To answer that question really specifically, where he says, do you see the podcast and YouTube channel growing to a point it becomes 100% full time? I would say the answer to that is no.
Yeah, I mean the podcast and YouTube, for them to be both full time for both of us, would have to be generating a lot of money. Money that unless you're like the biggest guy in the space, I don't think anyone does that. Not saying it's impossible, but yes, like you said, to that part specifically, that'd be a stretch. But luckily, we're diversified up in here.
We are.
And we have things like Gym Radar and merchandise and other stuffs that generate revenue, which makes it more plausible.
Massenomics is a growing business. I'll say
it
that.
is. Yeah, it is. It is. Like it does seem more possible every year.
4 years ago, I would have, I'm sure we've answered the question probably once a year for 10 years. And for the last 9 years, I would have just said no. And now I'm like, yeah, I could actually see it.
Yeah. That is
I'm
the
not
answer.
banking on it, but I could actually picture that scenario.
Yeah.
Like that scenario.
It always felt
much
much like a dream of like, oh yeah, like that'd be sweet, but yeah. And now it's starting to feel like it's kind of almost getting there, but we're also doing more work than we ever thought possible too. So
We do a lot.
it's not like,
more now. We do so much more now than we did 2 years ago, even actually at this point. So much more work.
I mean, we might do more in a week now than we did in like multiple months a few years ago.
Like 5 years ago, probably.
Oh, 5 years ago for sure. Like 5 years ago was just like, we podcast and then try to make sure we have a drop with one or two things in it once a month. Like that was and then there was social posts, but like that was the extent of it. Now we do so much on like a daily basis.
The other thing I'd say about that, and I don't know if I've said this publicly before or not, but there are absolutely people out there that if they had what this is right now for us, it would currently be their full-time job.
Yes.
Without question.
So we've worked with, we've kind of over the years.
There's people that would have done it 2 years ago.
Yes. We kind of have worked with other people over the years on things, and we've talked with people over the years on things and done some collaborations and seen. I will say this. We work insanely fast. We move at a pace that I'm not even just trying to like toot our own horn or anything here, but like we move at a pace that would
just in comparison to some other things we've.
Well, just look at how much we put out. Like no one else. And this podcast is sounding too self-congratulatory on things, but I just want to make a point here of the volume. I'm not saying we do the best quality in the world. That's debatable. We probably don't. That's probably not even debatable. We probably don't. To someone, we do the best quality. Someone loves. There's at least one or two people out there that we're the best, and that's great. But there are people that probably do better quality. I'm not sure there's anyone out there that does more quantity of anything content than us, because it's
quantity of a certain quality threshold,
and that too, because
threshold.
No one else does. Okay. So we said a weekly podcast, a weekly gym tour, adding in a gym interview video. We do 1 to 2 marketing emails a week. We do at least 2 social posts a day. Some days, adding in other channels, there could be 3, maybe 4 social posts a day. There's stories every single day. There's a monthly merchandise drop. We do a booth at Home Gym Con. We're doing our own powerlifting meet, all this stuff. Like we do. And that is just this. And then Gym Radar, which is a whole nother animal on top of it, maintaining that whole thing. And by the way, we also have full-time jobs. So it is an insane amount of work. And the only way we actually get that done is we work insanely fast. And the second we're done with something outside of marketing it, we just go to the next thing. And sometimes we forget, people will be like, hey, this thing. And we're like, oh, that was a month ago. We've already moved. We just move so fast, we forget about it. So we do a lot of shit, and the only way we can do it is we move insanely fast.
Lately, I mean, the thing is when we're going through the stuff we have to do that we need to get done by a certain time, and then it's like, okay, is that it? And it's like, yep, that's it.
It's like today or yesterday, you called me, you're like, oh, it just dawned on me. Our meet is 2 months from today, and we don't have merchandise figured out for the booth.
I literally woke up in not a cold sweat, but I woke up like 2 hours before it was time to wake up. And of course, that's the first thought that strikes my semi-conscious brain. And I'm like, oh my God, we need to tackle this right away because I'm so anxious about it. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait, that's a problem. We do not have stuff to sell to people. And I mean, we've been working on a bunch of things, but I'm like, even factoring in all the stuff we've been working on, I'm like, it's not half, like we're only halfway there.
Well, and so we talk about all the stuff we need to get lined up for the meet, and that's tricky because there's timelines of ordering with vendors. Some things take 3 weeks, some things take 6 weeks. Quantities can be a guessing game. We've done this enough, we kind of know, but we didn't have that thought about it all. It ends up being almost an hour-long phone call of, okay, this item on this blank and this design and this, and let's bring this back and let's do this new. Go through the whole list, get it all lined up. And we're like, whew, all right, that fire's put out. And also, by the way, Home Gym Con's 2 weeks after that.
Yes,
and
1 week after
we
that.
We need to do this all again in about 2 weeks from now. And that's a whole nother just setup of things. And that's just one very small example of what's going on.
We are getting compensated better than we used to, too.
Yeah.
Like, just like that's inside baseball is like we do way more work, but we do get to pay ourselves and stuff. And like at one point in time, Massenomics wasn't a thing where we made any money. For a really long time, it wasn't a thing where we made any money. We just worked for free.
Of money, but we also put minimal amounts of time into it.
Exactly. So like it's quote unquote working, but yeah, some people would already have made it their full-time job. I would say that.
Yeah.
But that's not really our goal. Our goal in going into it wasn't how quickly can we quit our jobs.
Yeah. Which
is, like that's not
which is also because we've never thought that, like saying it out loud. I've never really thought of that, but like, it is funny when you say that, like,
because that is kind of what some people, their angle, like, how can when can I get to the point that I can quit and just make it?
Which is sweet, but also it cranks up the pressure on that all of a sudden.
Yes.
Massenomics is really fun because if things don't go good for a month or two, it doesn't matter. And if it's your only thing, like I said, it would be sweet, but it starts to really be a big deal when things don't go good.
Yep. What do you think the best odd implement for pressing overhead is?
I always think was it the block? Those are always really weird to me.
Yeah. I'd like to be a little careful with odd implement pressing overhead. Like we did a thing one time where there was like an Atlas stone one, and I don't like that. That's legitimately dangerous at a certain point. Just for the sake of being dangerous.
Big
and it's
heavy ass rocks over your head. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I like the tsunami bar. That's not really the question probably, but I think the tsunami bar is kind of fun.
Do we need to do a break middle here, kick some of these people off in a little bit?
Yeah, we probably should. Should we do one more question and then do that? More. Okay. From Big Brandon, would you rather every song ever be made, or would you rather every song ever made be written by Buck Cherry or performed by Buck Cherry? I am going to say written.
They are known for their writing expertise.
I'm just saying because then at least I have a variety of different people that I can hear.
A variety of different people saying the words
different
crazy
voices
bitch.
At least. I can't. Well, yeah, that's kind of the dilemma.
I think
but
I'd go
that's
with the same thing
that's
too,
the way
though,
I'm citing.
You can have bad lyrics and you can work around those a little bit.
Right.
Like when a song just sucks. Well, you're more musically
Neither are
limited.
great options here.
You're more musically limited if they have to perform every song is, I think, the issue.
All right, one more just because.
Speaking of musically limited, have you seen the memes going around about this? What's it? Luke Bryan? Is that his name? The Luke
Oh my
Bryan
God,
song?
dude! I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay, I actually have an entire rant about that.
Is it insane though? Is it?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Me and your brother talked about this for like 15 minutes this week.
I gotta say, all right. Okay. Full disclosure, I'm not a country guy. I never was. I don't think there's anything wrong like Tanner, you like country music. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's totally fine. And I understand why people like country music. You also aren't really a Luke Bryan guy either. But
No.
but like where country gets the bad rap, or any generalization about any genre, is they have their
All sounds
keywords.
the same to me first too.
What's that?
It all sounds the same to me.
There's that, yes. And it's like, well, you talk about beer and trucks
Yeah.
and dirt roads and
Yes.
hunting and fishing and that stuff. But man, when I heard this song, I'm like, this song makes the lifting and drinking song sound like I'm freaking Paul McCartney over here. Like, it's like, okay, give me a recording contract because I'm ready to go write this guy a full album. And that song is god awful.
It is so bad. My thing on this is that is what I said. I'm like, I like country music, especially certain subsects of country music. I like everything from the 90s, including country music. So that's one
Back when
big
we were
area
a proper
like
country, you could say.
back when we used to be a proper freaking country. I basically like every bit of music ever made in the 90s. Like there's not a 90s thing that come on that I'm like, I kind of like it just because it's time and place probably. And I'm like, yep,
It's the
yeah, I
nostalgia
like
factor.
it. Yeah. But outside of that, there is modern country today that I like. It's not Luke Bryan and stuff like that. And that is so bad. It embarrasses me that what the problem is, because I like country music, of course, this is what I think. I think I like good country music.
It's like, you're ruining
That's
it
what
for
everyone would
everyone.
say. Well, that's what they're doing actually, because I'm like, yeah, everyone should be making fun of this. And this is like, this is why country music gets a bad rap, because of this. This is so terrible. This is insane. And my one tinfoil hat theory on it was, maybe Luke Bryan has got a little irrelevant, and maybe this is all like, he just knows, like, this is like, he just knew this was going to go viral for being absolutely terrible, and he's not relevant anymore, and his only way to be relevant again. That might be completely off, but it's crazy how bad it is. I can't believe, because it's not just him, like he has a team around him, no doubt, and they all were like, yep, this is it. Like, this is what we want. Check. So many people checked off on this and signed off that this is good.
Absolutely.
And that we can put this out. And I'm like, the lyrics, literally.
Can I read the chorus here? Can I just read it?
Yes.
Okay.
Where he says climb tree.
Yes,
That's where I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense.
Here is the
You are
lyrics.
literally just doing the thing everyone makes
And
fun
it's
of
not
country
like he
music
has
about.
some creative saying that's saving this. Like, no, I mean, he's just talking in his Luke Bryan voice.
Right.
Okay. Here's the chorus. Wake up, coffee, camo, climb tree, wet line, 18, hunt fish, golf drink. And like, I'm like, dude, okay. Like, that is so bad. That is so bad.
It's like if you put into Chat GPT, write me the most stereotypical bad AI written country song. Like, you couldn't even get it to do that bad without forcing it to do that bad.
No, I remember, okay, for just, because I'm like a songwriter over here. Like, when the Western Northeast lifting and drinking, when I wrote that song, I literally wrote down the words, lifting and drinking is all I know. Pop another Zin and take it slow. And then I didn't know what to do next. So I wrote, living easy gets hard, and I didn't know what to do. And then I wrote, I asked, what would Huck Finn do again? And I wrote, my strength coat plates are made in the USA. I wrote all those down.
It's like fill in the blanks.
So the only word for that chorus that AI wrote was, living easy gets hard when you're going all in. When you're going all in. And I'm like, okay, I didn't have that. And then the next ones, I'm like, I don't know how it combines these together. And when I told it's a country song, it just put them together. I'm like, you know what? In a country song, it just works. You can just say, I asked myself, what would Huck Finn do again? My strength coat plates are made in the USA. Like, these things aren't related, but it actually works in the context there. Like, dude, wake up, coffee, camo, climb tree, wet line, 18, fish, hunt, golf, drink. Like, okay, first of all, man, like, tell me you don't got a damn thing going on in the world. Like,
yes.
It's so bad, thoh. And then you see the
is
Instagram posts
freaking
ripping
bad.
on him. And then he's
they're
in
really
there
funny.
arguing with people too.
And all the comments that are positive are bots to me, that it looks like. And all the
100%.
negative, all the comments that have a billion likes are all ripping on it funny to
Like who could read that and be like, oh hell yeah, like this guy gets it.
It's crazy. It's so bad. I actually apologize if you like that, but I don't actually see how anyone can like that. It's really, really terrible. I really believe it gives country music in general a bad rap because that's the joke. That if someone doesn't like country music, you'd say, oh yeah, it's just XYZ. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you did. And you didn't even it feels like you did no effort to even do it. Like, and you tried to do it as poorly as possible.
I've only listened to the clips on Instagram because I'm not going to listen to that goddamn song. But like the ending of it, the last 4 lines of the song are a country boy's dream: fish, hunt, golf, drink, fish, hunt, golf, drink, fish, hunt, golf, drink. And I'm like, okay, like first of all, you don't need to repeat that 3 times, but when did the golfing become a central part of country music also? Am I missing something here? Like fishing, hunting, drinking. Yeah, I get that. That's kind of in country, but like when did golf sneak into the equation?
Yeah, actually
here?
that doesn't really jive.
No, you're just
quite as well.
describing a dude that has a lot of free time and does whatever the hell he wants.
Like you have all the dude hobbies. Oh, yeah. I could actually talk more about that.
The song is called Fish, Hunt, Golf, Drink. Is that the song? Yes, that's what the song is called. I didn't know that was the name of I thought I at least had a creative name for the song. It's Fish, Hunt, Golf, Drink. That is, man, this just gets worse as it goes.
I like it. Someone's like, oh, he's got verbs.
There's no way. Okay, so the YouTube video has 865 comments. There is no way that that's all that video has. They've been deleting comments in there.
Oh, for sure. They're policing that like crazy.
Yeah, I like this. Luke, come on, you're trolling us, right?
My other, you don't follow Zach Tellander at all, do you? I kind of enunciated his last name oddly. He was like a CrossFit lifter and stuff like that, but he is a musician now, a singer-songwriter, and he's got a couple songs that I like, and he's had this funny thing lately, this beef with Diplo, where they've been like,
I have seen those, yes.
Okay, and Diplo was kind of like, we don't really need people like you anymore. AI does what you do and it does it better and faster and we can make more money. And they've kind of had this funny back and forth. And I'm like, I just, at least as of now, can't see a world where that AI music, like there's always people that don't want like AI generated music. Like you can, as of now, you can still spot it. Or at least you feel like even if it's not AI, at a certain point you're like, that feels AI to me, and then you don't like it.
Like the worst examples of it, you can for sure spot.
Right.
The thing that makes it tricky is, so I do agree with the Zach Tellander, like the whole thing, because to me it's the thing is like, okay, like does music just turn into? Does it like even when music is produced, like when people say like, oh, like take any pop star and it's like, well, it's a team of 30 people writing the song and they get 20 musicians in there and then they have all it's like, well, yeah, but that's
like
still
produced to the max.
It is, but, and it like, yes, you can,
a bunch of people.
You may or may not like that version of music, but at the end of the day, that's like 100 people doing everything they can to make the perfect song, which you may or may not like it, but that's a lot of people putting a lot of effort in, where the downside of the AI thing is like, no, it's just like a person sitting in front of a computer and they're like, nah, computer, do this. Here's our song. And it just feels so low effort when this, it's music and, not to be all hippy dippy, whatever, but it's like, oh, it's expression and it's about how someone lives and you want to feel it. And that's it's hard to, even as a guy, like I was a big fan of Diplo and Major Lazer and all that stuff for a really long time. But like, I watched that stuff and like, man, this really just feels like, the rich guy's telling you, nah, shut up and take the AI thing because that's how it's going to be now on.
2 additional side tangents on that before we take our break is Zach actually brainwashed me to the point of I watched so many of his reels where he was using this one new song of his. I heard it so many times in reels. I'm not a person that goes and looks up music hardly ever. But I'm like, I didn't think anything of this song the first 40 times I heard it. After like the 50th, I'm like, you know what? I think I really like this song. And like I've now since had, and it was so funny because your brother was playing it at the gym this week. So it actually got us going talking on this. I'm like, oh, this is Sorry I Ain't Rich Yet by Zach Dillander. And he's like, yeah, you know this? And I'm like, yeah, I actually like this song.
So, okay.
But it's funny, but we both, and he basically described the exact same scenario that like through Instagram.
Oh, that's how he found it?
Seeing, yeah, okay. Like because he follows him also.
Okay.
And he uses it like really well. I'm not saying like he jams this down your throat. He uses it through content and like does a really good job of it that you're like, after a while, you're like, yeah, I actually kind of like that now. I've heard it so many times in like so many creative ways that it just, it actually like, I'm saying brainwashed, which sounds more negative than I mean, but like it actually infiltrated my brain to the point that I'm like, yeah, I like the song now. You know, I actually.
All right. I'm checking this out as soon as we get off the podcast then.
He also talks a lot about it's weird, you know, because we talk about country music. Mm-hmm. He's not a country music singer, but it's like the genre thing is weird for people now, even.
Yeah.
Where he's like more of a rock singer, but you do a certain thing and all of a sudden people think you're country, but then you release stuff and it's like, well, that ain't country. And it's like, it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, correct. You know, like.
You just put it in that category and.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. I don't think I knew he was a CrossFitter before.
That's also an incorrect and oversimplification. I don't really know.
But he was like a fitness personality or
yeah, okay. Like yes, of some sort. Like he's been at the Arnold before. We have seen him there and stuff. You know, he's around that scene.
Yeah.
Olympic weightlifting, Anthony says, Oli lifter.
Yeah, maybe once I see some more of his stuff, it'll click with me. But I did see some of his reels of like arguing with Diplo and that stuff.
Yeah, Sorry I Ain't Rich Yet is that particular song. Yeah, he's done stuff with Juji before, Big Cam says. So yeah, he's got, you know, he's a personality.
Okay.
The one other additional thing that made me think of that I had written down is we're talking about the AI music thing, but I think it's also interesting. Anytime anyone uses anything AI on the internet now, people like some people's mission is just to like, the message is completely irrelevant. If there's a group of people, if they see something AI, they're just rushing to the comments like, AI slop. And I'm like, it was actually today what made me think of it. And it's just, I've noticed this before on other people's, but it's because I used a image that we had made like 6 months ago for the line in the sand. And it's obviously made by AI. It's like not trying to be masked as not AI. And there's a couple people that like came out to comment on that. That's just like, AI slop garbage. And I'm like, obviously it's AI. Like that wasn't
right
to be hidden at some point in time. But I'm like, and I see that anytime anyone posts something that's made from AI, there's always a group of comment sections that's just like there just to point out that it's like AI garbage or AI slop. And I'm like, well, isn't it a tool that can be used for like, why is it?
Yeah,
I think it's over. Because I kind of agree with the sentiment actually, but I just think at a certain point, you're just like policing the world for anyone that's used this tool. Then at what? Like, I'm like, I feel like that's overdoing it.
Yeah. It's really tricky. And it's anything with AI gets very complicated because you say, well, if we weren't using that, we would have just used either some garbage throwaway image or whatever. Like,
right.
Like social posts are just so like it's out there and it's gone. Like,
here today, gone in 2 hours.
And like, that's something that in the past, it's not like someone lost their job there. We wouldn't have been paying someone to make that post. We never have paid someone to make a post.
And I'm speaking specifically of Instagram too.
Yeah.
Like where I noticed that.
Yeah. And that's where it gets harder. It is. It's really complicated because it's like, well, in the past, I don't know, we maybe would have ripped some stupid screen grab from a movie or something and thrown some image on it. It's like, well, also that's just a whole different thing too. It is just the disposability of like all the stuff on Instagram that makes it a little more, and we're not doing it. I would say like we're not doing, I see a ton of people on Instagram posts all the time where they're faking stuff with AI, you know, like they're using it to build really elaborate fake scenes or fake images, which you could say, well, you could do that with Photoshop in the past or maybe staging things. But Yeah, I mean, I understand the sentiment of people hating that. I guess if you're going to be mad at AI, which I can also understand, like on a basically essentially Massenomics meme page, there are better places to dictate your anger or to point your anger than like a dumb meme page.
Well, I'm just wondering, what specifically are you angry about at that point?
That we used AI.
I just don't believe that these people are never using AI of any kind.
At this point, I mean, it's really
like
hard
you're
to
using
say.
it by default. If you just go to
at this
Google,
point, it is hard
like,
to say. Like you can definitely take stand on, like you can draw the line on things. Like you have the ability to a certain extent, but depending on what your job is, and what you
I
do,
guarantee they're using it. Like it's just like, did you Google something? You know, like
that's what I'm saying is like, have you Googled something because it gives an AI search result? Like
exactly.
So what, you just can't use? I mean, like maybe you don't. Maybe you use DuckDuckGo, and I don't know. Maybe DuckDuckGo has a thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, some people may actually have adjusted their lives to make sure not to use it at all. I actually don't believe hardly any of those people commenting that are those people, though.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
you probably used it. You probably used it 6 times today, either consciously or without choice.
Yeah,
but then you're like, but you made a picture with it.
Well, I mean, if you're on Instagram, they have their whole algorithms, doing all types of crap. Like it's like you're just part of some AI machine at the end of the day, anyways.
Yeah. Now, should we take a break from that?
Break it off. All right, I'm going to start booting people here.
Okay, and I'm going to talk about EliteFTS.com. Big Dave over at EliteFTS was gracious enough to become our newest sponsor of the podcast. Right now, you can save 40% on bands over at EliteFTS. You can get up to 60% off wraps, straps, belts, that sort of thing as well. And we have discount code MASS10 that'll save you 10% off of most of the things you buy from EliteFTS. Also, you can purchase gym equipment, anything that goes in a gym bag or anything that you can load a plate on, you can buy from EliteFTS, including some big, heavy-duty, top-end gym equipment. And check out their podcast. I just listened to a couple episodes as of late. I was listening to Boogs was on there with a couple of the other American Gladiators. Yeah, that one's good, of course. Anytime Boogs is on, it's great. And then Sean Noriega was on, and I've listened to part of that one as well. So a couple good table talk episodes that you can go check out as well. Thanks to EliteFTS. What do you think about supporting our supporting members?
Ooh, good call.
Relatively new segment of the podcast that we've implemented more recently. It's just the 29th time here that we've done it in season 2 of the podcast. It's one of our ways that we give back to those of you that sign up to become supporting members, which we've got several new supporting members. So this is one of the perks. We've talked about our mailer that's going out as another big perk and many other things. But this week, Almost Big Jared got second place at Montana Strongman Classic in the 90 kilogram Masters. He set a circus dumbbell state record. There was a Hall of Fame jacket crew member meetup with Big Dodzilla and Ryan from Iowa. They got a lift in together in Dodzilla's deadlift dungeon. There was a crew mock meet with Big Alex and Big Brian, Jersey crew, where they hit some PRs. Big Troy got first place in his 46 to 50-year-old intermediate BMX state qualifier event in Rockford, Illinois.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just flying around the track, BMX style. There was an Ontario crew strongman meetup just south of the border. It was Big Joey, Big Steve, Big Cam, and Big Anastasia. They were, I think, maybe going through the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic strongman events, doing some practice there. Big Joe did a 100-mile bike ride for American Lung Association fundraiser.
Nice. That'd be cool to do someday, a 100-mile bike ride.
That's a trek. That's a trek.
Do you think it was all downhill or?
It's all downhill from here. No, I'm guessing it was a combination. Little up, little down, little elevation change. Big Dan Eager got second place in his open class at Pittsburgh Strongest Man. Big Spoon went 7 for 7 at his USAPL Southeast Regionals with a 12-13 total.
Nice.
Big Jim did the Denver Koufax 5K in a time of 34 minutes and 25 seconds. I went to a 5K this weekend.
Oh.
Didn't run it.
You guys are pretty much the same.
Yeah. Potato. Big Andrew hit a family PR with his new baby girl.
Congrats.
Big Scott. Yeah, congrats. Big Scott won a Sword Award Beast of the East men's middleweight strongman competition. And this week's guest on Unpaid and Underrated was none other than Big Hayden Lovelady of the Alabama contingency. The Loveladies down in Alabama. Check out their gym, Misfits. Misfit or Misfits? Misfit Barbell. It's on Gym Radar. Look up Misfit. You'll find it.
I can't remember if it's plural or not.
You'll find it on Gym Radar. And go give the episode a listen. Unpaid and Underrated, our bratty little sister podcast. Do we want to do a certified training facility of the week?
We do want to. I'm looking through some gyms here. Okay, I think I got one here. This is a little different take.
All right. What are we working with?
We're looking at Bougie Barbell.
How do you spell that?
Boujee.
Glad you had told me because I would not have gotten that right.
French or something.
Let's see here. Let's mark this as the certified training facility of the week. It has been done.
I saw it happen. All right. Okay. Bougie Barbell. We're in Buffalo, New York. Oh,
Been there, and we missed this.
Damn.
So I bet it wasn't on Gym Radar yet.
Guess we'll have to get them the next time we go.
Yep.
So the owner of Bougie Barbell is garage gym connoisseur, not an enthusiast, a connoisseur.
I was going to say, is that an enthusiast?
His bio, just a dude, middle-aged first responder, obsessed with building the ultimate home gym. Okay, what do we got here? This is a garage gym. It is roughly 400 square feet, and it was established in 2020. You ready to take a look at this thing? Oh,
yeah,
actually, top equipment brands. Top equipment brands.
Oh, wow.
Prime, Gymlico, and New Tech.
What the
heck?
And
he has 8 pieces of equipment on Gym Radar. He definitely has more than 8 pieces of equipment, but he has 8 pieces logged, and he even has some reviews in here, too, so we'd love to see that. 7 equipment reviews. All right. First photo. So this is in a garage. Painted really nice. It has a really nice just like gray to it.
Yep.
And oh, is that a mini split up in the corner up there, Tanner? Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, we got a mini split.
So we have climate control
split action.
So we got climate control. All right.
Mini split action.
So we got nicely painted walls. We got climate control. We got horse stall mats down. This looks like wall-to-wall horse stall mats, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But what really makes this gym special is the equipment pieces in it. And it is you could say prime selection of equipment, if you get what I'm saying here, Tanner.
It's prime.
The first photo, do we know what rack this is?
It's the Prodigy HLP plate loaded rack, the Prime Fitness.
Damn. And I was going to say,
functional trainer
how many
rack.
people have the Prime Fitness rack? And well, luckily with Gym Radar, we can know that exact answer. This is the only guy with it. So I've never heard of someone having that rack before. So this is very interesting. He has the Prime rack. Basically, he's got that Prime, what do they call that arm? Like the pad that comes out. I can't remember what the hell they call that thing, but he's got pretty much every little attachment Prime wise. He's got those adjustable pull-up handles that we were looking at Big Steve's gym. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does have those. I like those.
Yeah. This thing's got a functional trainer in it too, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's plate loaded.
Yeah. So it's got all the stuff, all the Prime stuff. He has the smart arm attached to it with the, I don't know, is that the shorty bench there or whatever? All the things. What's this fly lateral raise? Does he have this in here? See that lateral raise over there? Or that?
Oh, the New Tech Pec Deck fly. That's New Tech. Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you saying like the thing that looks like the...
in that right corner. What is that thing?
That I don't know.
It kind of looks like the Arsenal one a little bit, but it's not.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have that one logged. I'm curious what that piece is. It's a selectorized...
it's
kind
like
of multi-flight type
multi-flight
machine.
Yeah.
But, I'm not sure what that is. And then we're going to look at photo number 2 here. This is where you can see the rest of the Prime machines. And just to give you a rundown on what he has as far as this goes, he has the, Oh, what does he have? He has the Prime plate-loaded chest press, the Prime plate-loaded pull-down, the plate-loaded seated row. He also has a New Tech pec deck fly, a Gymlico standing calf press, a Gymlico leg extension leg curl, and a Gymlico abductor machine. Man, that is and I'm just cycling through some of these photos. As you can imagine, this is like a 2-stall garage. And, yeah, as you can imagine, the machines take up what's this leg press in the corner back here? See that thing?
The big leg press or
the really big one in that like right corner. It's not the quad send, is it?
It's kind of what it looks like.
It's just huge, but it's from behind, so it's hard you can't see any branding or anything on it. I'm not sure what leg press that is. It's a very large leg press.
Yeah, we got to get him to update some of his equipment on here.
Yeah.
Can't even tell what it all is.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of jumped ahead a little bit, but if you look through the photos, you can see all the machines. Everything's very clean, put away nicely. He has some storage options for putting some of the different Prime pieces on the wall, but probably the most pieces of Prime equipment. Well, Jose is up there too.
Jose.
I don't know. This might rival Jose though. It's right up there. Jose
As far
probably
as
still has
number of
more
pieces.
actually.
Yeah, Jose's got a lot. No way.
An impressive gym, nonetheless.
Yeah. Do you think that you could get strong inside a bougie barbell? It is bougie.
Oh, you know we're going to be manipulating those force curves and felt loads with those triple Prime things. Yeah, so hell yeah.
Field D's loads. I feel like he did earn the name bougie barbell.
I think
Certified, certifiable. Okay. Getting strong in there for show. Do we want to get back to some questions then?
Yeah, let's do it.
God, I'm almost wondering, do we end up, I could save some of these questions and we could just, next week's episode could be a Q&A episode too.
We could.
Because we're already at 1 hour and 20 minutes. We'll do a couple more for sure.
We just
though,
get
here.
distracted too easily, you know?
Yeah. We tangented on some things. As enthusiasts, okay, yeah, I already like this.
Yep.
Which machines that you've tried make the Mount Rushmore of strength curves?
God.
I don't think I actually want to analyze the strength curves that deeply. I like the question.
I appreciate the sentiment here.
But I don't want to get into the strength curves of the machines all that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, probably the real answer is like, probably look at commercial machines. They're probably going to beat home gym machines every time.
Right. From Wycoast Gym, would you rather have permanent Cheeto residue on your fingers or thumb-sized nips?
Oh, man.
I take that as like protruding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Out
Yes.
of a thumb.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Cheeto fingers. That would be awful.
Yeah. You probably got to go with the cheetah fingers and just, or the Cheeto fingers and just apologize for your dirtiness.
There's no way to conceal thumb-sized nips.
If you got to be in public, like wearing a t-shirt or something, you're just screwed, man. You can conceal your hands, but
that would be terrible. From Big Andy, can we get a podcast review throwback episode? Just read a bunch of old reviews. I'll never say never. Big Kevin says, what percentage of crew have home gyms? What percentage of strength athletes have home gyms? What percentage of supporting member crew do you think have home gyms? Half?
So that was going to be my
Or
starting
less than
point.
half.
That was exactly where I went. It's probably under half,
I would guess it's under half.
but I think it's more than 25%.
I think so too. I think it might be like 35 or 40%.
Yeah, it's trended
33%,
in
1 in
recent
3.
years for sure. You know,
Yeah. It also depends, some people just have something. Like
Yeah,
might not
it
even be
does
their
depend
primary
on
training.
Yeah, if someone has a bench and some dumbbells, do you consider that
Right.
a home gym or not? That maybe
Right.
they get a little lift in throughout the week.
Right.
Some of it is a little bit of a gray area as to what people would traditionally consider it.
And what percentage of strength athletes have home gyms? So not just supporting member.
Well,
I would say that percentage is lower than when the Massenomics supporting membership crew.
Yeah, for
If you
sure.
just-
But are we saying strength athletes in the way that just like, do you have to be a competitor, or are we just saying someone that does strength sport?
I would just say
training?
maybe anyone that does any competing of powerlifting or strongman or Olympic lifting.
Yeah, I would agree with you
that
that
actually
number
competes.
is lower, but I feel like it goes up every year. It has to, though.
Yeah, I would say maybe like 20%, but I don't know. That's just
That
it's
might
a
even
total
be a
wild
little
ass guess.
high.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of times, if you're to the point of like taking powerlifting a little more seriously and stuff, you usually have a gym and a
Right.
crew that you're lifting with.
right. It may be 10, maybe 15.
Maybe
20's 1 in 5, 10's 1 in 10.
I'd believe 10-ish.
Yeah. From Big Joey, is Massenomics a podcast with merch or a merch company with a podcast? It is, if I had to just answer that question simply, I would say it is a podcast with merch. I don't think we're a merch company with a podcast. That would be a really weird
Okay.
angle.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of like that is. You could make the argument that at one point it was that. It was a merch
I think
company
at
with a
one point
podcast.
in time that's was kind of true. More true. But at this point, no.
I mean, financially make way more money selling merch than you do podcasting, but you could say the success of the merch now more than ever is dependent on the podcast and the YouTube videos and all the other stuff, like giving people something to be a fan of and excited about and wanting to support. So the merch gives them a way to do that.
If we didn't have everything else, there would be no merch company.
Well, that is the thing.
like
Like it would
the
have
merch company could not stand alone.
Yeah, it would have been done a long time ago because
It would have been done 5 years ago.
yeah. I would phrase that company or that it's not even really a podcast company. It's as dumb as it sounds. It is more of a content company
Right.
first.
Right.
We just make so many content or so many pieces of content, and then
Right.
the merch line does exist.
What was used to dig the line in the sand from the Iron Island gym? Oh,
We busted the leg stay off of the old leg extension machine and just scraped it right into the ground.
right into the sand. From Big Mofo, when you guys meet those gym radar guys, what's happening? Handshake, hug, or cheek kiss? I just would love to have a beer with those guys. They seem like guys that would be fun to have a beer with.
I think that's what it is. We're cracking beers with them.
We're cheersing a beer with them.
Can't imagine ever meeting those guys though. They're so shrouded in mystery.
It's on our bucket list for sure.
Love what they're
We
doing
could get-
over there.
Oh, love what they're doing. If we could get anyone on the podcast, like bucket list, those gym radar guys are up there for sure. From Big Will list. If you have 2 lasagnas and you stack one on top of the other, do you now have just one big lasagna? I'm saying yes.
I kind of agree with it actually.
Lasagna is ambiguous in how
The
deep
number of
and
layers.
thick and how many layers it has.
And if there's one thing Tanner knows besides being straight, it's Italian food.
That's absolutely right. Although 2 on top of each other would obviously be an obnoxiously thick.
Well, some
lasagna.
people make kind of thin lasagna though. Have you ever ran
Right.
across that?
I'm not a fan of the thin lasagna.
No, it's got to be like,
I like it
a
thick.
proper like.
I want some layers.
Yeah, I agree.
Preferably with little cottage cheese built into the action.
Not arguing there.
Little protein spiking.
Yep. Ricotta? No. Cottage cheese? Yeah.
Cottage cheese. Yeah. I still kind of think it's one big lasagna.
I do too. You just eat a smaller slice is all that happens. It's
Right.
just, it is one lasagna. You just don't eat. Or like, Actually,
The dimensions change. Total square footage stays the same
Yeah.
of the piece.
Yep. I agree. That's the right answer.
From Big Garrett, what's the oldest thing on the podcast document you guys haven't talked about?
Oh, I actually like this. What is in here? Well, you have, the segment you made you have a Who Weighs More segment in here that was
Which
created
we haven't
September 4th, 2019.
Is there not? Okay, I was like, is there one in there that we've never done? And I actually not sure. I think
don't
we did
know
all
either.
of those.
Some of these names are hilarious. Who's in here? Because
Where's the date? What do you
on
see
the very
date?
bottom, if you scroll down, it says when it was created.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, the future guest section is really funny because when there was more things that we had planned on guests, I mean, there's guests in here from, 2019.
I haven't even looked at that for a long time.
2020 topics. Here's another topic from September 30th, 2019. One from July 25th, 2019. Supplement Real or Fake was created April 3rd, 2019. That's still sitting in there. Yeah, I like this one. I think we've done this before. Name that lifter. Did we do that a few times? Yeah, we did. Because you would read like their Instagram bio and I had to guess who it was.
Yeah.
It's still sitting in here. Yeah, that's from 2019.
Or it was like, wouldn't it be like I would say who they're sponsored by or something like that?
You would just read their
sometimes,
Instagram bio, and usually that
Okay.
includes some sponsors. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the
we do
Where
have
Are They
stuff
Now
sitting in
one.
here from
I
2019.
don't know if that Where Are They Now one we ever did.
I don't think. Yeah, we do have one in here. Where are they now?
From June 25th, 2019. And the names were Jesse Norris, Eric Spoto, Derek Kendall, George Lehman, Zahir. And we put that in there over 6 years ago.
It's still sitting there. A lot of those
Still
people
would
would still like to know where are they
now.
Then we thought it was old. Man, this is 6 years later.
I don't know what the angle, like specifically how it played. Maybe that was why we never, because there
think
never
that's
was. It
why.
was just like, I think like generally speaking, it makes sense. Like, oh, where are these guys now? But what is like, we need to actually know where they are now.
Right,
to-
have some information to share and also
Yeah.
have something that's entertaining, not like, yeah, he's out of the scene and he has a job. Like, that's
Right.
it's not a good segment, so it never happened, but you can see
I like our potential sponsor list that we have way
Oh.
down here too.
there's some funny ones in here. Some
Yeah.
of these companies are definitely not in business, Kabuki.
Fusion Sports Performance, not in business.
Yeah, I actually don't go this low in the document very often, so
No.
haven't seen a lot of this stuff or forgot
There's
it
a billboard.
existed.
There's a billboard section down there even. I don't know what that's doing. It's blank. Okay. So 2019-ish.
Yep.
What about leg abductor machines? Also strength while sitting on your butt. Yeah, I think those are decent. They're just not quite as popular as the leg extension leg curl, right?
Yeah, they have
They're a tier below.
Yeah, they are a tier below.
I'm just counting. There is almost 40 more questions.
Oof.
I'm just wondering if we should stop at a certain point and then just save them. Like, should we read like 2 more questions and then we could do like a radar report and stuff, and we could
Yeah,
just do
or
we could
5
just go-
more even. It still leaves us
Yeah.
35 for next week.
Right. Okay, we'll just do a few more. Has your definition of a successful brand changed from the beginning to now? This is from Not Strong, Just Fat. Definition of a successful brand change from the beginning to now. Absolutely, it's changed, because like what our brand even was then
Well,
versus
but-
now is just way different.
Yeah, I would also say though it hasn't changed because we never defined what a successful brand actually is.
Well, that's true.
We
But
never
at the
said, like,
time, like when we started towards the beginning, I was just like, I guess we sell a bunch of t-shirts and people listen to our podcast, that sort of thing.
yeah, it's hard because if you just said from the first year we made apparel to now, and you said like, hey, this is what it will look like 10 years from now or whatever, it wouldn't be like, whoa, how did that? It's not like we totally
No.
changed industries or even totally changed.
Right.
Actually, you could say we're doing a lot of the stuff we did like the first year and then kind of abandoned. We're just
Right.
doing it more. It's like it's not like we did some crazy jump or anything, but it's maybe just the fact that how we've kind of have refined the processes and really figured out our voice and how we do it. You know, like we're not trying to be something that's not Massenomics here.
Right. I think that's true. From Big Joe, who is your pick to win the big but new men's strongman class? Well, I would have to double check the roster. So big but new. Let's check the roster real quick here. Not that one. Big old men. Big but new. Oh my gosh, there's too many. There's a very long list. Big Gary, Big Andrew from Ohio, Cam Ford from Canada, Big Joe, Big Trevor from South Dakota, Big William, Big Tom from Ohio, Big Joey E from Rogue, Big Jonathan, Big Kyle Debo, Big David Hunter, and Big Alex Kerr. So he asked who the pick to win is. That is very hard.
That's really hard because I know who most of those guys are, but I just don't know I don't know their performance at any given event. I couldn't even give an answer there.
Yeah. I'll say this. There's a max deadlift event. I know Joey E has a big deadlift.
He does. Yeah.
I'm not sure about everyone else, but if you made me pick who's going to win the deadlift event, I think it might be Joey out of that group. He's got a pretty big deadlift.
Yeah. I'll say this.
The rest of them, it'd be like choosing my favorite out of my children who my favorite is, and I only do that secretly and not in public. So
I'll say this. I'd hate to be the one missing out on the strongman get together in the hot tub at the Dakota. That's what I'll say. When that group shows up.
The real winner is the hot tub action. Oh my gosh, now I got to find where my spot in line was of all these questions. There's just more coming in by the second too. I can't hardly. Okay. That was from who did I say? That was from Big Joe. Okay. From Big Cark, because what do family members or coworkers think of Massenomics? Ones that aren't familiar with it. I guess I'd have to say that aren't very familiar with it, because if they're not familiar with it at all, they wouldn't think about it at all.
It's easy for me. I don't have coworkers, so no one thinks about it there. Family members, I don't know. They sort of get it, but they kind of like just. Yeah, the more you explain it, the more confusing it gets. So I just don't even get a whole lot of questions, honestly. Even my spouse, like, the more I explain it, sometimes I'm like, God, I don't need this to be a 20-minute story. And like, for it to make sense, it has to be a 30-minute story. So I'll just like give you the brief overview, and I know it's not going to make a ton of sense, but
some of my not immediate family members that like see stuff on I would say almost Facebook probably usually. And they definitely know it's a thing. And then like we go on all these trips and stuff, so that pops up. And I think like the comment I get from them sometimes is like, oh, it seems like you're staying really busy with that stuff, like where it's like,
right.
They're definitely aware that there's a lot going on. Like that's what they get, is that like we go a lot of places and that we're very busy with whatever it is that we're doing over here. Yeah,
which is the truth.
That's
very busy with what we got going on over here.
And coworkers, I have just a couple that would be listening to this that are like either gym members or supporting members that, well, they get it perfectly. We can actually get to joke about it when we run into each other.
You know what I think is the perfect meme, Tanner? I actually don't. This is one of those in my head that makes sense, but then you watch the scene, it probably doesn't actually make any sense at all. But as far as your coworkers go, I just think of like the meat of the lift, the week of the lift hardly easy, when it's just crazy and there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
And, we're kind of the central figureheads of orchestrating this whole thing. And it reminds me of that scene in Old School when they go up to, I can't remember if they're at Will Ferrell's office or who they're at. And they're like, sir,
Yeah.
we could only find the little tubs of KY jelly, not the 50-gallon jugs. And he's like, I think it's Luke Wilson. He's like, damn it. And he's like, not at work. But then he's like telling him what to do. And then he's like, got to play it off like he doesn't have this double life. And I'm like, oh, that's Tanner, the Week of the Lift.
That's kind of what it's like. I mean, that is what it's like.
I think in the movie, I think it's Blue, Blue, like the 80-year-old man, and like Will Ferrell are like, my boy Blue, we could only find the little tubes of KY jelly. And like he's coming to his office to explain it to him.
That's what it's like, especially like that. I've mentioned this before, but especially when we go deuced, like the Lift Hard Live Easy is a great example. When that's all wrapped up and I go back to work, it's like, man, this is what I have to do after that. It's like, or we go to the Ego Olympics, and it's this thing where,
or even right. I mean, yes, like that is an extreme example. Yes, like we're just like doing the thing with a bunch of people that this is their life.
Or we go to Home Gym Con, and everyone, we literally run into hundreds of people that are like. Just stoked to see you and meet you and take a picture, or even like
talk
the about home gyms.
We just hang out at the Eagle and have a great time. It's
and then you go back to work and everyone's like the old joke where I say, well, like, hey, dipshit, you're 5 minutes late. You got that report done? It's not really what my job's like, kind of, but like that's the sentiment. Yeah, that's the idea. Most people have
the marketing team's going to come in to explain how marketing works to you idiots.
Yes. A lot of people understand that there's a gym.
Yeah.
At work. Like that, and the nice part about the gym is that everyone gets what a gym is. They don't really actually get what ours is like, but they understand that they have an idea of what a gym is.
One of those things with vibrating machines in it.
Yes. So that's usually about all that they get, outside of the people that are actually really into it. I have 1,000 coworkers, kind of, and a few of those are really into
you consider them team members, right? Or do you call them the family?
We're on the same team. Yeah. I like to consider them family. They are more important to me than my actual family. Is these people that all come here because we get paychecks.
And definitely would not move on if they had a better opportunity.
Even just slightly better,
or maybe even a lateral
opportunity. They just want to move anyways. They just hate it, or they've been hating it for 7 years. You just have to do something different so they don't eat a bullet, like that sort of thing. Yeah, so most people just don't know. Most people know very little. Should we do one more?
Yeah, that's fine.
We should also do a radar report then too,
yeah.
Right? And maybe a Juggernaut AI ad even. Keep losing my spot now. That's how you know it's time to move on. Okay. From Diet Coke Destroyer. When is the drop? Shameless plug for ones that are unaware. Well, we already talked about that, so we'll do another one.
Better one than that.
Yeah. Okay. What is the best way to celebrate America 250? The 250-year anniversary of America this summer. What's the best way to celebrate that?
The best way. I mean, I could give you really cliche, obvious answers. I'm trying to think if there's something more creative here.
I just don't. I mean, what I'll actually do to celebrate it is, hang out with my family in my backyard and grill and do water stuff, and that's fun. I like that stuff, and it's not really any different because it's 250 to me. It's
I mean, that's going to be my case, and like if I'm lucky, one of my kids might be able to stay up till 10 o'clock and catch a few fireworks, or they might just both be sleeping because we've done so much stuff and we might not see any. So but that's how it goes, and that's the beauty of it.
I don't love fireworks. I just don't like fireworks that much. I used to. I think I got fireworked out at a certain point in my youth, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good on those. I saw all the fireworks that I need.
I mean, I don't get excited for them. Like if it's there, it can be cool, but it's not, I mean, I don't go out of my way to do that currently.
All right. One more from Big Holland. Okay. What would you choose here? A vegetable only bulk or olive oil only cut? disregarding macros and micronutrients. So would you go vegetable only bulk or olive oil only cut?
So we're basically saying, do you want to eat an insane amount of vegetables or a very minimal amount of olive oil and only olive oil?
I got to go the vegetables.
I mean, is it possible to bulk on vegetables though?
No, not for me.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
I'd start throwing up, I think, before I could eat that many calories of it. Especially if you can't put butter on it.
At least with the olive oil cut, you can cut
That would
because
suck.
but you can just cut because you're just starved because you just
Right.
eat 1 tablespoon of olive oil a day and call it good.
Yuck. I never.
It's
like,
how
that's
long
kind of
does
an
this
old
got to go
bulking
for?
thing.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true
And
too.
and what's the is it if it's a competition of in a week, how much can you cut on an olive oil bulk?
Right.
Or how
Because
much
you
can
really
you
need to
gain?
bulk. Well, if it was what I think is going to be more effective,
Yeah, it's
I
the
would say olive oil
Yeah.
cut.
But
You
if
just
it's what
starve
you had to actually commit to, I mean, it would be the eating vegetables. And well, I guess if I fall short, I just lose weight, and it's no big deal then.
No, that's not the case. If you fall short, you're dead. You have to be bulking.
What are the stakes here? That's the question.
If you get on it's Squid Game. If you get on the scale and it doesn't go up, you die. They just shoot you.
Right. You're surrounded by 30 armed guards. You'll eat cucumbers until you gain weight. Weigh-ins
I
are
don't
tomorrow.
think you could. You'd die. There'd be no way. Like you would. You know how gross that it'd be. Like you're gonna eat broccoli until you've eaten 4,000 calories. Like, well, how big would the tub of broccoli? Like, you'd sit there in the morning, starting. You'd have to literally do nothing. You'd have to not move. You'd be like, I have to be 100% sedentary.
Yeah,
Like burn no calories.
Any movement will burn excess calories. Yeah,
And it's like a cow. Actually, you know what a cow does?
Yeah.
It just stands in place and eats
80
all
pounds
waking
of grass
hours.
a day. Yeah.
And that's how they bulk. That's what you'd be doing with the broccoli. Be like, no, I just because you'd be so disgusted by it, so you just always have to be eating a little bit of it because
Now that's a real Squid Game right there.
I would say the gray area becomes like corn and potatoes.
Mm-hmm. Well, and how much variety you get. Like,
Right.
if it's every vegetable in the world, there's some you could.
If it's
work to your
cucumbers,
advantage.
it's so not calorically dense. I
It's
just don't know
mixed
if you
with water,
could.
yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Like, eat 40 cucumbers?
But even then, I mean, it's just all water weight, right? You're just pissing out the cucumbers, basically. Like,
I like nicely sliced and prepared raw cucumbers. But the thought of just
they must
taking
be nicely sliced and
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
If these slices are off, he's out.
Hey, I'm as straight as they come, but I love a good cucumber. But the thought of just taking a bite from a cucumber,
Right,
like
it's a
just
loaf of
biting
bread,
off,
you're just
is disgusting to me. Like, could you just take a hunk of one? and be like,
no, I couldn't. My kids could. My kids would, but
Okay.
I agree that you have to be nicely sliced here.
So you agree with that?
I do agree with
Yeah.
that. I wasn't sure what you're getting at, but I do get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
like,
not eating it like a carrot, like it's
No,
not happening.
oh my God, that's vile.
And I would prefer my carrots not be sliced.
I might even gag if like I had to eat a cucumber that way. Like eat it like you would a banana.
Yeah. That's not. I'm not eating a cucumber like that.
So what did you say about a carrot? You'd prefer it what?
Like I would prefer my carrot to eat that way. Like I don't want my carrot all nicely sliced in little pieces. I just want to
So
eat.
you just Bugs Bunny a carrot?
Yeah, like that's how I'd prefer. Like if we're playing this game of eating unlimited amounts of food. Like I don't want all these sliced up pieces of carrots that I gotta like eat like chips. But I do want my cucumbers that way.
I've never Bugs Bunnied a full size carrot before. In my
really?
life.
Oh yeah, you peel the carrot.
I only like baby carrots if I'm being honest.
I mean that is, if I'm eating carrots, that's how it is 99.9% of the time. But
I like really moist baby carrots. Not dry where they become like they get like a white.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, because
that's repulsive.
Carrots are like my kid's favorite, and so I know exactly what you mean. Where I'm like,
They get,
do you eat this? And yes, they do.
I do not want them to be dry and white, powdery covered.
Yeah,
looking
like dry out.
I like them in a little, in a bath of water. Actually, as the preferred method
That's how
for
you
a
know
baby
they're
carrot.
fresh from the field when they're in a white plastic, or when they're in a plastic bag of water. That's how you know.
I also do not like if I have baby carrots and they sneak in some really thick ones in there. I'm like, no, I want these were advertised as baby carrots. This is like a full blown. This is like a teenager carrot that you're like
it ain't
sneaking
happening.
into the baby carrot bag. They don't taste as good.
Nope.
I like the veal of
Yeah,
carrots.
they're all gristly and rough.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Any other vegetables that we would like? What if that was the thing and we're saying like, no, potatoes and corn don't count? What vegetables are you going with? Carrots for sure. Actually, carrots would have to be one of them.
Yeah. God, if you
I
could
feel like
use
there's a little
butter
bit of
in this
sugar
equation,
in carrots,
though,
isn't it? Oh, butter would change the
like
game.
I could eat a whole squash if I can put butter on it. I could just devour a squash. With butter on
is
there.
squash allowed? Like squash is
It's a vegetable. It's definitely not
Yeah.
a fruit.
No, but I'm like, well, a potato is a vegetable, right? Or is it just a starch? Or
I mean, I would consider it a vegetable.
because then I'm like,
for
oh,
this.
I'm just going. If I can go butter, I'll go sweet potatoes and butter, and I could gain weight on that. Like, those are great.
Still,
Squash.
still a lot you'd have to eat though.
Yeah, actually, I'm oversimplifying that I could gain weight on it. I'd probably get sick to my stomach the first day and not actually gain weight. But like, yeah. But if you're just going like what if you're just going green vegetables?
I want to know what's the most calorie dense vegetable. Yeah, it's starchy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you exclude those, is carrots up there? Because carrots have some sugar.
Pinto beans.
That's not counting. That's not what.
See, that's to me not in the spirit of vegetables here. Yeah. Like,
Right.
I'm thinking more our leafy greens, you know.
Right. Like spinach leaves, broccoli. What do you like better, broccoli or cauliflower?
Okay. So I buy the Normandy blend of frozen vegetables from Kirkland or from Costco. You know, it's like I don't know, 4-pound bag or whatever. And it's broccoli, cauliflower, and some kind of like carrots of varying colors that are all sliced up.
Yeah.
And I actually really do, in that scenario, I really do prefer the cauliflower.
So does it taste different? Does
I actually don't
cauliflower
even know
taste different than broccoli?
Well, in that scenario, I don't even really know if it tastes different. I just think the texture is better because it doesn't seem to get as many of those hard stalks as like the broccoli does. Which that ruins it for me.
You don't
in a
like the
hurry.
really hard stalks.
No, it's just too. That ruins it for me. But as far as flavor go, like if you just had raw ones, like you know when someone has a veggie tray,
Yeah, do they taste different?
I think they taste different. Why you don't like
Okay.
cauliflower?
I actually don't know because I do not like eating either of those raw very well.
I actually don't mind either one raw. I'd have a hard time saying what one I prefer there. That's tricky. I don't know.
They kind of go together. Like they're kind of interchangeable feeling though, aren't they?
They are. Yes.
But broccoli is the more popular also, right? Like it's like people always talk about broccoli. Cauliflower kind of gets shafted in the discussion, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah.
Okay. Should we save the rest of the questions?
I'm cool with that.
Was any of these questions going to be the title topic?
One of them is.
Yeah.
The question doesn't know and we don't know yet, but one of them is.
Yeah. Okay. I got something here. Do we want to do a radar report, or I guess we don't have to? We could just.
I mean, I got something we can talk about.
Okay. What's our time at here? Man, we've been
Actually,
at
what
it
is
for a
it?
while.
Because I missed my time's off.
Oh yeah, we're at over like what, an hour and 52 minutes.
Oh, damn! It's getting kind of long then.
Yeah. Let's just do. Let me just play the song.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Radar love.
This week's radar report is go to Gym Radar and please sign up if you haven't already. If you've been listening this long and you haven't signed up for Gym Radar, then what the hell are you waiting for?
Big
Go
new
get
feature
signed
this
up.
week. Great time to join.
Big new feature. And that's our radar report.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Radar love.
That was a brief one. Quick and to the point.
We talked about training Juggernaut, but did you do the
I have
the
not.
Juggernaut?
This
It's been
episode
working, obviously.
is also brought to you by Juggernaut AI. Juggernaut AI is the smartest program for you. Since 2009, Juggernaut has been your trusted training resource, helping tens of thousands of athletes reach their goals. Here is how it works. You tell the system all about yourself and your goals, and from there, their proprietary algorithms will work towards building the smartest program for you. Your program is individualized and made specifically for your goals. It finds the right amount of work to make sure you make progress with the optimal training frequency, periodization style, and personalized to your specific exercises to help target your weak points. And then the app adjusts every step of the way. You check in before every session, after every set, at the end of the day to let the app know how things are going. So those days you're feeling good, it can give you a little something extra. The days you're not feeling too hot, it can dial it back so you can be recovered and ready to go for that next set. I've been using Juggernaut AI for several years now. I've hit some all-time PRs with it. It's kept training fun and engaging, and most importantly, it's given me progress, and that is what it is all about in the gym. I highly recommend it, juggernautai.app. Use code Massenomics, and you can save 10% on the lifetime of your membership. juggernautai.app, code Massenomics will save you.
Sports and book segment, quick update. The Spurs lost tonight in game 2 to the Thunder, so it is 1-1 now.
Okay.
Who do you want to win that one?
See, it's tricky because I hate rooting for the team that beats you.
Yeah,
You know,
I
don't
normally
like
feel that way, but I'm on the Spurs bandwagon. Even though they beat us, I'm kind of liking them.
Yeah, I picked them over I would prefer to see them win over the Thunder. Also, it is crazy. The age of the Spurs team is absolutely ridiculous.
It's insane.
Like they have a starter that's 20.
All of their players are young.
Like their oldest player is like 23.
Yeah, I know.
It's like there's
their
guys in
players
college
play
sports that play
Yeah.
college sports much older than this. And these guys are all in the NBA at the highest level, and they're like 20 to 23 years old.
Yeah, I want to see Spurs Knicks, which would be a rematch of like right after Michael Jordan retired. I think it may be like 1999 or something.
Yeah. I think that's the matchup the world wants to see.
Yeah.
Outside of Spurs and what, Cavs fans?
Outside of
Outside
Oklahoma
of
City
Thunder
and Cleveland.
Yeah.
Okay. The one other thing. Yeah, I'll mention that. The squat thing. I'm just going to write that down as a...
Oh, like we're going next week, you're saying? Or
Well, I guess I don't... Because I'll bring that up next week. The one thing we can close on this week is I wrote down 2 sack segments. We did our sack segment from Jeff. I also wrote down sack segment. And I don't know if you could tell there was a different emphasis on the second one. Like, that's our sack segment, but now I wanted to do a sack segment. And this sack segment, you might not be aware of this. You might be aware of it through something, but you know what's big right now?
Huh.
Well, I've been seeing it everywhere, especially in my backyard and anywhere that my oldest son goes and anywhere that teenagers are anywhere, and you can't actually even find these to purchase them. It's a particular kind of sack. Do you know what the sack is?
This is a hacky sack?
Hacky sack.
The old foot bag?
The foot bag is back and bigger than ever.
Well, it's funny you say that because we were on vacation and we did a little getaway like 2 weeks ago. We went to Omaha, and at one point we were driving through Omaha and there was some kids in a circle playing hacky sack, and I told my wife, I'm like, oh, God, I used to do that all the time when I was a kid. I kind of miss that. And because I hadn't seen it in years. So, I was not aware that this is a thing.
Yeah, you literally can't even buy them at most places now. Actually, Runnings had them locally. So my son and his friend, they went and bought them all, and then were just reselling them to people for like double price because
scalpers.
Yes, they were scalping hacky sacks.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it's funny because my son's been playing all the time, and it literally twice this week I was just driving through a neighborhood and saw 2 random group of kids playing hacky sack.
Really? And is this like a nationwide thing, actually?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean,
it was. Did you guys ever play when you were younger? Was that ever a thing?
All
for
the
you?
time.
Yeah. Oh, we
yeah.
loved to. It was fun.
But what I've noticed as watching them play, I'm like, he used a different phrase, but I'm like, they also just say sack. They say sack. Like, we're going to go play sack. which is hilarious. Actually, I like that better. That's funny to me. And also, like, we always played after the 3 hits or 4 hits or whatever it is. Then you get to burn someone.
3-sack whack. You know?
And that was the game to me. It wasn't the playing the hacky sack. It was getting to pelt the living hell out of someone. And then we would get certain hacky sacks that have like thick beat. You know,
Yeah, there's ones
you
that
get
have
the
like
cheap
almost like
one that almost came like
with,
from
like, marbles
Pizza
in it.
Hut. Right. Yes. No, like you get the ones with like the thick marbles, and you can like murder people's skin with those things. And that was the fun part of hacky sack, was like it was a dangerous game that it's like kids, like someone's going to end up almost crying.
We did some of that, but as time went on, like I had some buddies that got like really into it, and it was like, oh no, you had like the tricks and the stalls and all this stuff.
Well, that's what they do. Like, you know, like they're playing and they get it like on the back of their neck, and then they're literally doing like, it's where like, no, one guy lays down and they get it on his chest, and then they catapult him up and like get it off. Yeah, it's like they're doing a bunch of tricks, and I'm like, how long have you guys been? Why am I just now picking up? You guys are playing this, and it looks like you're like Olympic level hacky sack players.
Yeah, you know what's up actually. In our day, you had to look at a picture on the internet and decide what's possible or not.
I'm like, you're missing the fun part where you like bring your friends to tears by pelting them so hard.
Where's the pain involved here? There's no stakes.
Yeah, it's like you need to be a little bit nervous of if you're gonna walk away from this looking like a punk or not. Like because I also remember different ways. Like sometimes it's like once you're got it, you couldn't move and you had to throw up from like that certain position. And sometimes you got like 2 steps or something like that.
We did not play that sophisticated levels of
yeah.
hitting people. Yeah, we didn't get that far into that part of it.
I was mostly into that part of it. Yeah, seeing if you can make your friends cry playing hacky sack. I also played it. I was really little when we started playing hacky. Like I was like probably we're playing it when I was like in 2nd grade, maybe something like that. I remember being big when I was really little.
We maybe did. The last time I remember getting into it was probably like my freshman year.
Okay.
Like
I never did
we had
that
a little
again.
run at it with some friends.
Yeah.
Where we had some fun.
Yeah. All right. So that's the sack segment. Kind of a different sack.
Yeah.
Kids playing sack these days.
Sacks all around the world.
Yeah. Okay. Check out our new items from the drop if there's anything left at all. Crapshoot. If the way things have been going, things have been selling so quickly, maybe there's nothing left. Get yourself a leg extended sign or a tank top or the new unpaid and underrated t-shirt that Tommy's got on. Make sure it's actually just get signed up as a sporting member so you're ready for the next crew gift. You probably missed out on this one if you didn't sign up yet. So you got to get signed up now so you don't look like a horse's ass again. You're already a horse's ass, but best you can do now is correct. The best time to sign up for a supporting membership was by May 20th. The second best time is now.
It's like the old saying goes.
Tommy, where do they find you at?
You can find me at Tomahawk_D.
Follow me at Tanner_Bear. Just make sure to follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.